All right. Come up to the front of the mat when you're ready. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, walk or jump back to plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Scoot the hands back toward the feet. Strong quadriceps, strong fingers, strong toes. Strong bandhas. One more breath. On an inhale, walk or jump. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Samastatihi. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Drishti is the belly button. Let the back hump up. Open up the back side of the spine. Open up the ribs where they kind of connect in. It's okay to have a really rounded back in this down dog. Next inhale, walk or jump. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Samastatihi. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. This one, see if you can sway your back into a back bend. The hands may need to be further away from the feet than usual in order to get any sort of sway. And sometimes if my mat is slippery, I hang on to the outside edge of my mat so that I can really grip. Hands to a reasonable position. Next inhale, walk or jump. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Samastatihi. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Center the left foot. Take the right leg up as high as it can go. That right hip can tip up. Strong left quadricep. Any drishti that you like. Keep the right leg up, hop the left foot forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head up, foot down, hands up. Samastatihi. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Center the right foot. Left leg up. The whole body is alert. Use an inhale. Hop that right foot forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head up, foot down, hands up. Samastatihi. Bending the knees. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot. Inhale, up, warrior one. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot. Inhale, up, warrior one. Exhale, plank. Hold up dog. Use your own exhale to get into down dog. Next inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Knees bend. Samastatihi. Inhale, knees bend. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot. Inhale, up, warrior one. Exhale, down to plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot. Inhale, up, warrior one. Exhale, down to plank. Hold up dog. Experiment with your drishti. It's an exhale into down dog. Left foot center, right knee up. Experiment with range of motion. I like to kind of do that open twist and lean over a little bit. Right knee stays high. It's an inhale to jump that left foot forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head up, foot down, hands up. Samastatihi. Bending the knees. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot, inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, down to plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot, inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, down to plank. Inhale, hold up dog. Strong and comfortable. It's an exhale back into down dog. Right foot centers, left kneecap up. Next inhale, hop that right foot forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale up, foot down, hands touch. Samastatihi. Bending the knees again. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot, inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot, inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale, hold on to up dog. Make any micro adjustments that you'd like to. It's an exhale into down dog. Next inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, knees bend, hands touch. Samastatihi. Let's do one more B. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot, inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot, inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, hold on to up dog. Then exhale to down dog. When I'm in up dog, Mula Bandha is probably only an idea. Like I think of it, I try, and then in down dog, Mula Bandha is like, I've got the whole lower half of the torso. Uddiyana Bandha and I are superpowers. And I'm like, man, Mula Bandha, you are all over the place. No, I'm not actually casting any judgment. I only said that to be funny. And it's kind of true. Next inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, knees bend, stay in Utkatasana. Drop down, stretch out the calves, stretch out the Achilles. And inhale, stretch up. Exhale, Samastati. Inhale, first two fingers, grab that right big toe. Arm is straight, leg is straight. Well, standing leg is straight. Maybe the extended leg gets straight eventually. Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. Keep the arms straight, keep Mula Bandha on. Use an exhale to open the foot and turn the head at the same speed. That left hand can go behind the back and grab the right thigh. Inhale, leg forward. Exhale, release. Second side. Inhale, grab up that left big toe. Straight arm. Strong Mula Bandha. Straight standing leg. Next exhale, leg opens, head turns. Beautiful. And if you'd like to add on, your right hand can go behind the back and hang on to that left thigh. It's an inhale, foot forward, drishti forward. Exhale, release. Grab up your right shin with your right hand. The thumb points down toward the knee and the foot is flexed. If this is enough, stay right here. If you love it, you can use an exhale. The belly button comes down toward the floor and the heel lifts up toward the ceiling. I have my left hand on my left hip. It's an inhale up to the starting position. Exhale, release. Inhale, second leg up. Now that you know what's going on, you can just exhale into the posture. Right hand on the right hip, left thumb points down toward the knee. Lower part of the belly is parallel to the floor. Heel is going toward the ceiling. That was like yoga nidra. I was all over the body on that one. It's an inhale up to the starting position. Exhale, release the foot. This time, flip your hand up and catch the inside of the ankle. So now the thumb faces up and the thumb is in the arch of the foot. Same flexed foot on the top foot. It's an inhale to the starting position. Exhale, release the foot. Inhale, second side. The left thumb is in the left arch of the foot. It's an exhale to lean forward. Left heel to the ceiling. And that right elbow kind of stays up away from the floor. It's an inhale up to the starting position. Exhale, feet together. Take 1 second so I can turn off my heater and the arms and legs can both rest. Sometimes just 1 or 2 recovery breaths makes the next posture more possible. We don't usually do that in Ashtanga, but it does help. This time, the hand is going to go right up over the toes. The foot is pointed. Same sort of dancer posture, different hand hold. You might even be able to sneak your left hand onto the floor. It's an inhale up. Exhale, release the foot. Side 2. Inhale, foot up, go right up over the toes so the foot is pointed. Exhale into dancer. And you can take your right hand down your right leg or down to the floor. Kick that foot away from the hand. The hand holds on really tight. It's an inhale up to the starting position. Exhale, feet together. Inhale, open for triangle. Exhale, down. Check on the breath, check on the bandhas, check on the quadriceps. Hasta grai drishti, hand drishti. You can experiment with keeping your legs straight to come up, or you can bend that right knee. Strength coming up, switch sides, exhale down. Utthita Trikonasana. Same choice. It's an inhale up, front leg stays straight, or bend that knee. Rotated triangle. Exhale down. Top arm stays super strong. It's an exhale to look at the bottom hand. Inhale up, rotate over, exhale side two. Parivrtta Trikonasana. Strong Mula Bandha. Hand Drishti. Top arm stays strong. Use an exhale. Look at the bottom hand. Still sensing the top hand. Inhale up and open. Samastati. It's an inhale to open for extended side angle. Do it any way you want. You could put your hand in front of your knee. Walk around, use your hands to support you, go to the second side. Whatever you were experimenting with, try the experiment on this side. And walk around, walk around, walk around. Move into rotated extended side angle. Whatever that looks like today, try to maybe do something a little different than usual. I'm going to take my back foot further away than usual. Walk the hands around, walk the hands around. Side two, rotated extended side angle. Your own experiment. Walk around toward the center. Walk the feet out. Wide, wide leg. Possibly wide leg split. Possibly just something comfortable. My mat is a little bit slippery. Whatever is going on, see if Mula Bandha can be helpful. See if you can strengthen up those quadriceps. And then get out however you can. I'm walking my feet in, but if I went down to my furthest possible point, there's no way I could walk my feet in. Samastatihi when you're ready. Beautiful. Wide leg. Inhale to open the usual distance, like 3 feet. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana A. Wide fingers, heels are a little bit wider than the toes. Strong Mula Bandha, strong quadriceps. Rib cage is opening with the inhale. Left hand takes the right heel. Right hand goes up over the back. You can just sling it up over the back and let it stay, or you can wiggle around, tuck your fingers in, grab that left thigh, turn it into a low twist. Switch hands, right hand to the left heel. Left hand up over the back. Maybe if you wiggle around, it'll be able to tuck in and grab that right thigh. Super low twist. Release the hands, take them to the floor, swing the heels in and go into a squat. You can press on the knees with your arms. Hips up, hands on the floor if you need it. Wide leg, hands interlaced up over the back. Prasarita Padottanasana C. Hanging out. Come to a somewhat neutral position. Switch which hand is interlaced on top. Hands to the hips, hands to the floor. Walk the feet in. Samastatihi whenever you're ready. Hands up the back in prayer position. It's an inhale, open. Exhale, head down toward that right leg. Parsvottanasana. It's an inhale, up. Exhale, side two. Inhale up, stay with your hands up your back in prayer. Little bit of wide leg, heels are a little bit wider than the big toes. Press your hands up toward the ceiling, lift up, strong legs, maybe a back bend on that upper back. Chest lifts. And look forward, open the arms whenever you want. Samastatihi. I always want to get that extra press in there and I never take the time to do it. Inhale to open the legs again. We'll start off in Warrior Two. Hands to the floor on the inside of that foot. Maybe one hand goes under. And wiggle that foot forward so it comes up off the floor. So right now I have my back foot and both hands on the floor. I'm going to switch my balance so it's the back foot and the same side of the body hand. That's not true. It's the opposite side of the body hand. Come down, plant the foot, walk on the hands, switch sides. Just walking around, keeping the weight out of the pelvis. Both hands to the inside of that foot, maybe one hand to the outside of that foot. Lift up the front foot and maybe lift up one hand. Nice, hand down, walk around toward the center. Stand up when you're ready. Samastatihi. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms straight. Exhale, plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. What I want to work on, you might want a yoga block under your head. You're going to want to maybe gather some of your circus padding. You know, those deep, thick, padded mats. Grab all of those. Maybe put a yoga block under where your head is going to go. The first thing I want to work on is crow. Crane is tall, and the kneecap is as high toward the shoulder as possible. Crow is low, and there's an X between my shin and my upper arm. See how my knee pokes forward? So my kneecap is not on my arm, and I'm so low that for me to get up, I'm trying to get even lower. I'm so low that for me to get up, my elbows just barely squeeze in toward each other above the wrist. And then my shoulders, they're super close to the floor. My toes are pointed. My butt is super close to my heels. It's a very low posture. So crow is low. And if you want to put a block in front of your head, this is what the arms are going to do. The arms are going to do this. They're not going to bend out. They're going to bend back, just like Bhujapidasana. So it's crow, the butt stays low, the elbows drop back, come to the head, come up. And what I do is I come down, touch my head, give it some weight, and to get up, I drop my butt toward my heels, roll a little bit toward my forehead, and then I can push off my fingertips and lift up. So see about that. a real sinking down. The butt sinks down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, 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 Maria, nice. Yes, yes, yes. Super low butt, super wide knees. If it's a bad idea, don't do it. If you can get crow so low that your upper arm is parallel to the floor, you'll be able to do the dip. Because it's just like shoulder press, Bhujapadasana. Yes, Olivia, I saw that. That's so fun. Nice, Nicole. I just found you. Maura, you have a perfect hand balance. You know what else is funny is when we do hand balances, like I know that you've had this for a while, but if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go into handstand and then I'm gonna fall into back bend, I can't get out of handstand. My body's like, we will not fall. And it's like that in this too. It's like, well, maybe I'll just stay up here for a full minute. Watch what my elbows do. They drop back and then they come back up. They drop back, I touch my head, and I come up. But the distance to the floor, I'm already very, very close to the floor before I tuck my head. Yes, 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 yes. And if the butt drops down toward the heels, yes, Bill. If the butt drops down toward the heels, that's what gets me up. Yes, 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 yes. It's a super low. I like it. Don't change a thing. Okay, here's the next deal. It's either going to be one leg, I don't care which part of your leg, on one arm, and then the other leg sneaks up that center line and goes up. Or if you prefer to lock in, you can take your leg to your upper arm and then your foot hooks your other upper arm. And you can lock in that way. The first one is, hi Sarah. The first one is totally amazing. There's no reason to cross and lock that arm. So I'm going to come onto one arm and then dangle and then lift. Sarah, 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 Sarah. Sarah, we've already done 10,000 back bendings. Maybe not quite 10,000, but it felt like 10,000.
Thanks for doing all those back bends.
Mostly we held up dog.
Ooh.
Yeah, good. Nice, Nicole, nice. That was a good exit. Nice, Maura. All right. So if it seems like a good idea, some of you do this all of the time and some of us have never done it. I'm just going to go through how to pop back from crow into plank. I pretend that I have a circus belt on and it's hooked up to a pulley on the ceiling. And when I grunt, someone pulls it and my butt lifts up into the air and then my feet land in plank. What really I'm doing is do you see how the angle of my knee is very, very close? What I'm doing is I'm lifting my butt by opening up my knees. That's the pop. That's where I get my butt up in the air. I had to explain it because I didn't know if you could ever see that. Because my butt doesn't actually go that high in the air. But if you get into crow, which is easier to jump back from than crane, because your arms are already bent down like plank. Nice, Bill. Then you can pop off that shin. You know how sometimes we jump off like the tops of our feet? You can pop off your shin. It's not a normal, yes! It's not a normal place to get propulsion, but for yogis it is. Oh, nice, Sarah. Yeah. Perfect. That's awesome. Whenever you're finished with that vinyasa, find up dog. I have a tendency to get my hips too close to my hands because I'm only in up dog for half a breath normally. So I kind of push it, thinking it'll help me get my back bend, and then my shoulders get all crunched up, and then it's over, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't care, it's over. But when we hold on to up dog, I have to have a lot more integrity in the posture. And I usually do it with my knees on the floor. We've done enough up dogs that if you feel great in it, push up off the tops of your feet, contract the quads, and the whole leg will be lifted up off the floor. And down dog. Come through. We're going to do gate. I've really been spoiling myself during quarantine of, only doing exactly what I want to do. So I sit sideways on my mat now. And when there was a room full of people, I would always do gate off the front. I started sitting sideways on my mat probably a couple years ago, but very consistently now. Nice. So the left heel is folded in toward the left butt. And this first piece is just starting to get that left hip to go down toward the floor. Right foot is flexed. The next position is crawl forward. See if you can get your elbows down. Maybe the chest. And then if your body were laying down all the way onto the floor, you would roll over and your shoulder, your right shoulder would hit the inside of that right knee. And then your spine would roll up onto the leg. And the kneecap would be in between the shoulder blades. We're going to take about 15 breaths. So you can experiment with what's best and what feels best. I'm doing lots of fidgeting. Whenever you're finished, keep your legs in the same position and find just a couple more things to do. I love Ashtanga more than anything. When I'm doing Ashtanga, there's nothing better in the world than Ashtanga. And then you can take your legs out, switch sides. And when I'm doing Vinyasa, it's like I get to experience all of my stray thought ideas that I have during Ashtanga. Like when we come out of gate, you know, in Ashtanga, it's like inhale up, exhale, jump back to plank. Like the legs are immediately out of the posture. First position, hands down, maybe elbows down. And then slide along the floor. That left shoulder is going to bump into the inside of the left knee. The spine comes up on top of the leg. Chest toward the ceiling. All of the fidgeting possible. And whenever you want, you can start to come out, leave the legs. And release the legs whenever you're finished. Oh. Lie down onto the back. If you feel like, oh yeah, this is Savasana, definitely take Savasana. If you want to work on some back bends, we're going to incorporate that tight knee bend. Bring the feet in. You can scooch the body over the heels, or you can step the feet under the bum. It ends up being a little bit like, I don't know, shoulder stand, a light shoulder stand. Janu C on the feet. And then that nice Virasana sort of position in the legs. Do some experimenting. I usually have my heels right under my butt for support. And right now I've opened the heels up so that my bum fits between my feet a little bit. Whatever the foot position, you can lift up onto the top of the head if you want to. Experiment with the arms. And then back down to the floor. As you straighten out to get blood flow in the legs, tuck the chin. Rest the head in the hands a little bit. Really lengthen the back of the neck. And your legs feel great. Half back bend, full back bend, 3/4 back bend, 5/16 back bend. That'd be pretty small, I think. I might be in that right now. Do all of the experiments. Mula Bandha, big open rib cage. Any hand positions, any foot positions. After your back bend experiments, some sort of forward bend. Right side up, upside down, standing. I like to do my forward bend lying on my back, pulling my feet in, crossing one foot over the other, lifting up my head, switching out which foot is crossed on top, coming back in, lifting up my head. There's no hurry to go through these, and you definitely don't have to do them all. If you're still on back bend, keep going. If you're working out your forward bends, enjoy them for as long as you want to. When you're finished, rock head to tail a bunch of times. Switch which foot is crossed on top. Take a number that way. Yeah, nice. Things that we normally do that I don't know if that's true. Things that we would like to do that you might want to do now. Any headstand, handstand, forearm stand, or pigeon. We didn't hit pigeon today, and I usually try to, or splits, Hanumanasana. So anything that you're working on, anything that you'd like to work on, questions, answers, hit me up. I think you guys are all experts, so I don't really think you need to hit me up. Nice. Yeah, whatever's going to feel best. Nice, Maura. Nice, nice, Nicole. Beautiful, Olivia. So beautiful. I love practicing together. And I love the freedom of fidgeting. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. Nicole, nice. Beautiful. Nice, Bill. I saw a posture on, my phone. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name because I don't have him in front of me, but I think it's Gudkola. Anyway, he has the longest connective tissue of seriously anyone I've ever seen. Like overall, his whole entire body. It looks like he just has a little bit of wire in him that is bendable. Anyway, I saw this posture and I just tried to do it. Isaac impersonated it and took a photo for me. So in pigeon, where you pick up that back foot and hang on to it. However, the front foot, instead of being in pigeon, is like Janusasana C. And then back foot, you know, pretty on top. Anyway, that's what I was fooling around with. It didn't. I'll show you the picture sometime. Nice. Nice, Maria. Oh, yeah. I forgot about how comfortable that is. Sarah, that looks amazing. Oh my goodness. Your feet are flexed out to the side? No, they're pointed. Okay. Point, yeah. See, pointed, I'm like still hovering off the ground. Flexed out to the side, I'm like inches off the ground, like 4 or 5 inches. You know, my right knee is much better. And my right hip is tighter in some directions than my left hip. So what's interesting is to keep the pressure off the knee, try to relax the right hip or both hips, and then keep Mula Bandha on. I'm wondering if I'm putting Mula Bandha on and it's affecting like my whole pelvis rather than just the front back. We'll find out. We may never find out. We might not. Do whatever you want. I'm going to stretch my shoulder, lay on my belly, put my hand out to the side, and roll over toward it. Nice, exactly. Second side whenever you feel like it's time. And then if you want to, you can do the cactus arm on the floor. It's much less of a rollover. Second side whenever you want, no hurry. And then I would lie down onto the belly for Savasana. Get a little blanket, get a pillow. You guys, So that book that we were talking about at the beginning, I think it's called Breath, and it talks about like jaw structure and things like that. I watched a video on all of that, and there's a lot of people who are taping their mouths closed while they sleep so that they only do nose breathing, because nose breathing, there's, I love when scientists discover something and all that is available is optimism. Nose breathing is supposed to make everything like amazing. So anyway, there's a lot of people who walk around during the day with their mouth taped shut so that they won't mouth breathe. And some people sleep that way. And then there's also this idea, you heard it here first. There's this idea that the sucking mechanism, when you suck your thumb and you're a little kid, or when you're nursing, that it exercises all of the ring muscles in the body. So the little circular muscles around the mouth, obviously, the circular muscles around the nose, around the eyes, around the ears, and then we have a bunch of circular muscles spaced out through our digestive tract. And so adult-size pacifiers to suck on are supposed to help exercise all of the ring muscles. And when I first heard about it, I was like, I'm totally going to get an adult-size pacifier. And then I was like, you know what? I didn't really get around to that. I do have tape. I could just tape my mouth closed, but it's kind of a different thing. Anyway, I just thought that was so funny. I don't know if you guys remember during the 80s when a lot of like musicians, some of them would have a pacifier around their neck. Very funny. Okay. So I just popped this book open. You're welcome to sign off or fall asleep or do whatever you want. And thank you so much for this morning. And I feel great. And all of those up dogs were inspired by Maura. So Maura, thank you for all those up dogs. My back feels fantastic. This is page 374 of Living with the Himalayan Masters. It's the autobiography of Swami Rama. One fine morning, my master and I were sitting outside our cave when suddenly he said, "You have to catch a bus. The bus route is 7 miles from here, so hurry up." He often told me to get up and go somewhere on the spur of the moment. Sometimes I wouldn't know why, but I would find out when I reached the place I was going to. I rose and picked up the pot of water I always carried. He said, "Take the bus to Hardwar railroad station. You'll get a ticket and from there go to Kanpur. Dr. Mitra is bedridden and is constantly remembering me. He is having a brain hemorrhage and is bleeding out of his right nostril, but his wife will not allow him to go to the hospital. His brother-in-law, Dr. Basu, knows that it is a hemorrhage, but there are no facilities there to perform brain surgery." I asked, "What shall I do?" "Just give him a love pat on the cheek. Don't consider yourself a healer. Think that you are an instrument and go there, for I have promised him and his wife that I will always help him. That we will always help them. Go as quickly as you can." I said, "I'm surprised to find that you make promises on my behalf without my knowledge." I was reluctant to go on such a long journey, but I could not disobey. I went to the bus route, which was 7 miles away from the cave, and stood by the side of the road until the bus for Rishikesh Hardwar picked me up. The drivers would always give a Swami a ride when they saw one on the roadside. I got off the bus at the railway station in Hardwar with no money, and I had only a half an hour until the train was to leave for Kanpur. I looked at my watch and thought I might be able to sell it to buy a ticket. Approaching a gentleman at the railway station, I asked if I could exchange my watch with him for money to buy a ticket. Surprisingly, he said, "My son could not come with me, so I have an extra ticket. Please take it. I don't need your watch." I got into the train and met a lady who was also going to Kanpur and who was a close relative of Dr. Mitra. She had heard about me from my master me and my master from Dr. Mitra. She gave me something to eat. We traveled all night in the morning. The train arrived at Kanpur. There was so much rush at the railway station that it took me 10 minutes to get through the gate. Outside the station, I suddenly met a man who knew me well. He had his car parked nearby and had been waiting for someone, but that person never turned up. He had missed his train to Delhi. This man wanted to drive me to his house, but I insisted that we go to Dr. Mitra's house instead. When we reached there, I knocked on the door and entered to find 3 doctors examining Dr. Mitra. Mrs. Mitra was delighted to see me and said, "Now that you have come, I hand my husband over to you. This is called Indian blind faith in sadhus." I said, "I am not a healer. I have just come to see him." I went over to Dr. Mitra's bed, but he was not allowed to sit up because of the bleeding from his nostril. When he saw me, he asked, "How is my master?" I gave him a gentle pat on his right cheek. After a few minutes, there was no more bleeding. One of the doctors explained that slap which I had given him on the cheek closed the opening in the blood vessel and that it was now sealed. I did not know what I had done, but I followed my master's instructions. Dr. Mitra's sudden recovery quickly became the talk of the town, and hundreds of patients started searching for me. So I left the city later that day and reached Hardwar the next morning. From there, I went to a place where my master was staying. I told him teasingly, "I know the secret and can stop a hemorrhage in anyone." He laughed at me and said, "The doctor who gave you that explanation was quite ignorant. There are various modes and levels of suffering, but ignorance is the mother of them all." On several occasions, I've had to leave suddenly according to my master's instructions without having any knowledge of my purpose and destination. I had many experiences like this. I came to the conclusion that the ways of the sages are mysterious and beyond the ability of ordinary minds to understand. I would just do and then experience. Experience would give me knowledge. One who is free from the conditionings of the mind knows past, present, and future alike. These conditionings are called time, space, and causation. The ordinary mind cannot fathom these conditionings, but great men do. It becomes difficult for ordinary men to understand this science, but it does not take extraordinary ability for those who are on the path. I once asked my master, "Is it possible for a man in the world to get freedom from all conditionings of the mind, or do they have to live in the Himalayas their whole life to develop powers such as yours?" He said, "If a human being remains constantly aware of the purpose of their life and directs all their actions toward the fulfillment of that purpose, there remains nothing impossible to them. Those who are not aware of the purpose of life are easily caught in the whirlpool of miseries." It is a law that one cannot live without doing their duties, but it is also true that duties make the doer a slave. If the duties are performed skillfully and selflessly, then the duties do not bind the doer. All actions and duties performed with love become means in the path of liberation. Performing one's duties is very important, but more important is love, without which duty creates bondage. Fortunate is the person who serves others selflessly and learns to cross this mire of delusion. A human being is fully equipped with all necessary healing powers. The moment they come in touch with the healing potentials within, they can heal themselves. All the powers belong only to one God. A human being is only an instrument. That was cool. All right. Thank you for everything. Thank you for practice. I hope you have a beautiful day. And I love you. Love you, Sarah. Love you, Maura. Love you, Bill. Love you, Maria. Love you, Nicole. Thanks, you guys. Namaste.
Bye.